So welcome to the first Clowder webinar. This webinar will be recorded and shared online. Also, happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Okay, so the agenda for today is, my name is Luigi Marini. I'm gonna be your host with Max Burnett here today. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what these webinars are going to be about. And then we're going to dive into two specific presentations, one about search updates that Max is going to give, and another one about metadata extractors that I'm going to give. So briefly, what are the goals of these webinars? So it's really a way to just make sure that the community is kept up to date on new developments and plans. It's also a way for existing community members to learn more about aspects of Clowder that they might not be familiar with, and a way for potential adopters to learn about Clowder. So I think there is potentially a perception that these are going to be technical meetings for developers. That's not the case. Webinars are supposed to be more user-facing and really please help us make sure that anyone who's interested in Clowder knows that this is a great place to learn more about Clowder. So it's a monthly webinar. It's going to be the first Friday of the month at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. The Zoom link will not change. The topics will change. Please suggest topics and volunteers for future webinars. There's also going to be this is kind of a parenthesis. We will have some our developer meetings the second, third, and fourth Friday of the month at the same Zoom link. These are more technical meetings, and they're going to be much more informal. And so we'll send more information about those over Slack and the Clowder mailing list. So how to contribute to Clowder, just briefly, what do we mean by contributing to Clowder and, being part of the community? Again, it's not just about contributing software, it's also about contributing, and when we say software, many times we talk about the core of the system, but we know that we have a lot of developers developing all sorts of features, and we need more people get involved in developing documentations, articles about what the different teams and projects are doing, helping and contributing to the design of the interface, ideas for new features, and we would like to see all of this also be presented at the webinars, right? So not just the technical aspect, not just software developers. And we do have something in place that relates to how we manage proposals for new features and new ideas, right? And so some of the things that we will be presenting at these webinars are hopefully things that are being discussed within the community already, and there's a couple of wiki pages where we've started doing this. So if you do have proposals for new features, conversations about it, start in Slack to make sure that you know who's working on this or who has been thinking about this, and then move the conversation to the wiki so we have a place where people can go and read about these proposals and how we plan on implementing them. So before we get started with the specific topics, this is a reminder that the link to Slack is at clowderframework.org. We also have a mailing list that you can send messages to or sign up to get messages from at these URLs. These slides are going to be shared with everyone, so you don't have to write them down if you don't want to right now. But we definitely encourage you to join both because announcements for future webinars will happen, will start at least in Slack and on the mailing list.